Hi everyone, it's Barry here from Mitosu Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based here in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me today for this week's Fun Fold Friday video tutorial. For today's video, I'm actually going to be showing you how to make a box rather than a card this week, so hopefully you still find this as being fun. It's fun for me, I enjoy it, so this is what we're going to be making. So it is a fold flat box. So this one here, and it's been decorated with some new papers. It's designed so it can fit in a standard kind of a 40-gram chocolate bar, so one of these, and it goes in like that and folds up. So it's very clever. It is a box using no glue whatsoever. It's self-closing and it folds flat for storage, so you can make these lots of these prior to you needing them, store them flat, and job's done. All right, so this was actually requested to us by a lovely YouTube user, Nita. She contacted us asking for some fold flat boxes for some chocolates or some chapsticks. Now, I will do something with a chapstick on another video, but I wanted to do this one with a chocolate bar to start off with. It's all been decorated with Christmas stuff, but again, once you know how to actually make the box, you can use this for anything whatsoever. So that is what we are going to be doing today. All right, so please give us a thumbs up if you are enjoying what you see. Also remember to hit the subscribe button down here, and also hit the bell button by the side of that one as well, and select all notifications to be notified whenever we bring you some videos. We go live twice a week on a Wednesday and a Sunday, and I bring you a Friday video every Friday at 6 p.m. So all products you see me using as well can be found down below in the description. So there's some links down below in the description, as well as other links towards which head towards our online shop, our blog, anything there. Donation buttons can all be found down below. So if there's anything which you want to read up on, click down there. I will pop the measurements or a link to our blog post anyway with the measurements would also be found down below as well. So good, so I'm going to crack on and show you how you can make this fold flat no glue gift box. And yeah, so let's crack on, sit back, relax and enjoy. So I'm going to be using the new Peaceful Dear stamp set, which is this one here. Now I'm not actually using this for anything here, I'm just using this for the sentiment. So I really like this one, Merry Christmas. Really nice little sentiments. So that's what I'm using this for. So just find a stamp set which has got a nice suitable sentiment which you want to use. But I'm going to be using the Treasure Tags punch. I'm also going to be using a detailed trio punch. I am also going to be using some real red ink and the lovely wonderful gems as well, which are in the new mini catalogue. And some of the other things which you will need, these are quite important. You're going to need a foam pierce mat. Okay, this is so that we can do some scoring. You will also need a take your pick tool, one of these, which obviously comes with the scoring balls on here as well. So we just take this out, switch these over and pop in the scoring ability. So we're going to do some scoring to create the correct angles. And you're going to need a trimmer with the ability to do some scoring as well. All right, so they're all the things which you're going to need. I'll go through the cardstock now, and then I'll start constructing this box. For the cardstock, all you're going to need here, I'm going to give it to you in centimeters, and then I will pop the inches down below. They will be over on the blog post if you want them in inches. I'm going to give everything to you in centimeters to start off with, okay? So you're going to need a piece of cardstock measuring 19 centimeters by 21. That's to make the box, which is going to fit like this standard size 40-gram bar of chocolate. So that will work for this one here. You can adapt it if you need to, just by shortening the 21 centimeter side. You would always need one measuring 19, but if you shorten or extend the 21 centimeter part, then you can then make the box smaller or bigger depending on what you want to fit into it. All right, so but for this one, it's going to be 19 centimeters by 21 here. Okay, you're going to need a piece of designer series paper. This is measuring 9 centimeters by 12 centimeters, and then we're going to cut that down to size once we need it. You're also going to need 2 pieces of, let's say scrap pieces for your sentiment. So I've got a little bit here of the new, this is the new silver foil out of the mini catalogue. So this is kind of this brushed metal one. So this is going to be 1.9 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters, and I've got here another bit of grey cardstock. This is measuring 1.3 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters, and that's going to be for your sentiments, and that's what we're also going to be using the treasured tag punch as well for, but I will talk you through that when I get to that in a moment. So that's it, that's all the cardstock you're going to need. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some scoring first with the trimmer, and then we will then do some scoring with the pierce mat and the take your pick tool, okay? Grab your grey cardstock, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to score this on the short edge, so the 19 centimeter edge, so this one right here, okay? So we are going to score this at 3 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 8.5 centimeters, 13.5 centimeters, and then 16. Now, if you've got one of these trimmers where the 16 is in the join right here and you can't quite see it, you can work it out, but if you can't quite see it, basically it's 3 centimeters from the opposite side. So if you just want to then just turn this or just pop it in and then just score it at 3 centimeters over on this side here, it will work out fine. But if you have got the 16 measurement handy, then just take it to 16. So let me go through that again. So that was 3, 6, 8.5, 13.5, and 16. Okay, then turn it round onto the long edge, and you want to score this at 4.2 on both sides. Okay, so that's all the scoring done with the trimmer. So we're done with the trimmer now. Then what we want to do is we want to then cut away some bits and then use our pierce tool and our pierce mat and our take your pick tool. So have it down in front of you here. You've got the 1, 2, 3 panels, one larger panel, and then you've got the 2 panels. Make sure you've got the 2 panels over on the right, on your right hand side, and you want to remove this one here and this one right here. And whilst I've got my ruler and my pen with me, I'm just going to pop a mark so I'm going to pop a mark in the center between this large panel right here. So I'm going to find the center part, which is 2.5 centimeters, okay? Or 1 inch. So I'm just going to pop a mark there and the same here. So you just want to make sure you just find the center of that kind of like that square part right here. You just found the center of it there. All right, so good. So grab your scissors and cut away these 2 pieces right here. When you do cut away this, when you're coming in cutting down this one here, come this side of the score line on both sides. Not too much, but just a little bit. It will make the close a little bit easier. If you come in too much, the close will be too loose. But if you don't do it, then you're going to struggle to close the box. So when you do snip it down, just snip down a little bit to the right hand side of the score line. Okay. Good, so that's those pieces right there. So remember, it was to the right hand side of the score line, this side here, and to the left hand side of the score line on this side here. Just come in a smidgen, just a tiny bit. All right, so good. We're now going to take our pierce tool, and what we want to do is, and a ruler, what we want to do is we want to score from this corner to this corner, from that mark to this corner, that mark to that corner, and then that corner to that corner here, okay? When you're doing this though, don't score too far out, okay? Just stop before you get to the end, otherwise you will damage the corners. So just line it up where you need to be, and then score. So score all the way down to the corner here, but stop before you get to the end part up this side here. Because once you've got the score line in, and that will do the job for you. Okay, so you're doing that one, and then do this one. Same thing, don't take it too close to the edge. Right, so once you've done that, that's what that's going to look like, and then repeat that on the opposite side. So that there is your scoring done. We are now ready to fold this box. All right, so we're just going to turn this over and we're going to fold and burnish all of these score lines, all of the straight score lines anyway. So that's all of those folded and burnished now. Now what you want to do is we now need to manipulate these score lines here. Okay, so this one needs to be a valley. So if we're doing a valley, I'm just going to be pushing this one in on itself. This just takes a little bit of doing, but the cardstock will eventually do it. So we're going to go valley, and then that's just going to just fold it in against itself just to help it out. If need be, I can just hold that in and just use a bone folder just to crease that up a little bit, just gently inside. Then what we want to do is we then want to kind of ignore this one here. With that one, that will naturally fold where it wants to go once it's closed. We're going to go onto the triangle a bit. We want to then make a mountain. So it's valley, mountain. And then another mountain that way. And then another mountain on that one. Okay, so that was valley, mountain, mountain, mountain. Okay, and do the same on the opposite side as well. So let's do that again. So we're doing a valley. And then on the diagonal one, a mountain. A mountain. And a mountain. I hope that makes sense to when I say the mountain and valleys. If you imagine it as being a mountain and a valley. So that there is a mountain fold when it looks like that, and that there is a valley fold when it looks like that. All right, so that side's done. Then what we can do is we can then go ahead and we can decorate. All right, so with decoration on this one here, we're going to be popping some of the designer series paper on this one, this one, this one, and this one here. All right, so it's easier to do this whilst it's flat. So I'm going to grab my trimmer once more and cut my designer series paper. So which is this one here. So this is the 9 by 12. All right, and what I want to do is I need to cut this on the short edge. Okay, and I want to cut 2 pieces at 2 by 12. So 2 centimeters by 12. That's 1 and 2, and 2 pieces measuring 2.5. So just 2.5, and then you've got that. You've got everything you need. Okay. I did say at the beginning this is a no glue box, but obviously you're going to need glue for the decoration. But to actually close the box and make the box, there's no glue involved with it at all. All right. So we will pop. One's going to go here, one will go there, one will go there, and then another one will go there. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stick those down for you right now. just going to let that finish up and dry before I get the punch in and do some cornering. I'm going to do the sentiment first, and then I'll show you how this all folds together. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do the sentiment whilst the other part is drying up. So I'm going to grab the two pieces, so the silver foil one which I got prepared and the grey piece here. First things first, I'm going to use the treasured tag punch, and I'm going to punch one side out with the decoration. Okay, and that's that, and I can do that on both of these. Okay, because I've got these the correct measurement, I can do both sides. That's fine. So I can just go ahead and I can do both on both of these because I've measured it correctly. Okay, and then what I can do is I can then ink this up and then stamp this in the center. So once you're happy with that one, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this directly down onto the silver foil here, and then allow that just to dry up. Because you're going to be going down on a shiny surface, it's going to take just a little bit longer just to dry. So that can be drying whilst we're getting the next parts ready. So with this here, really easy. All you want to do is we want to fold it all flat all together, but I need to just put some corners on this part to make it fold and close easier. So we're just going to fold to the side parts in just so I can get this into the punch, and I'm just going to round the corners off on both of these parts, because this is actually going to be the tab to close the actual box. Okay, so that's that. Then all you want to do is you bring it in like so, like that, fold over and fold over, so that's those two pieces, so like that, fold and fold, and then kind of then just bring this together. These parts here will go in, so you just need to manipulate as you go. And then that tucks in like that and closes, and then the sides pop themselves up like that, and that closes itself and holds itself. So just remember, don't take too much off. It's better to be too tight to start off with and then remove a little bit afterwards, rather than take too much off. Remember, that pops in your chocolate bar. Once you've got something in there, it does actually help the whole thing go, and then you can then just close that box like that. So bring the sentiment back over. I'm going to pop some dimensionals on this. I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals, and I'm going to just change over and just move over onto the pick tool now, and just pop some dimensionals on the back of this like that. And then we'll just stick this on the actual lid itself. So this is the front, that can then go on like that. So it's just a nice way of just giving somebody a little pick-me-up. Obviously a nice little table favour. You can make them smaller. And then to finish this off with just a little bit of bling, we will use the wonderful gems. So these lovely red gems. And I will let's go with a smaller one this time. Let's go with one there, and one there, like that. And then we are done. And there we have it. That is your fold flat gift box. So remember, it opens up. You don't even have to have it. You can keep these all stored nice and flat, ready to go. And then, you know, if you need a box and you want to give somebody a little treat, just grab yourself a chocolate, pop it in there, fold it flat, no glue necessary to keep it closed. It does the job for you. And there you have it. Isn't that great? So Jay actually designed this box for me. So there is a blog post. I will try and find the original blog post. It will be over on our blog. But we just haven't made a video for it. So that is it. Absolutely love it. So what you can do is you can make it smaller if you want to. So here's another one which I have used, the lovely Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper. so which is this one here. This is about the smallest you can make it, because what you need to make sure you do is that when these two pieces fold over like this, they don't actually match or touch each other. So make sure this is about the smallest you can do it. So when you're doing it, it needs to be, this bit here needs to be these two pieces just a little bit more. So remember, these are 4.2 and 4.2. So this bit here needs to be at least 8.4 centimeters. So that'll be 4.2, 8.4, 4.2 is the smallest you can kind of like get this. And that there is, remember, is why you're 19, because that is still your 19 piece. This side here, so you're always going to need it at 19. This side, this way, will depend on how big your chocolate is, but this is the smallest you can make it for this one, this side anyway. And this fits in the Ferrero Rocher. So if you just want to do one little single chocolate, same principle, do it like that. You may think it's a bit big for a Ferrero Rocher, but then those little bits inside just hold that chocolate so it doesn't wobble around. And there you have it. There is, I just love it, 2 fold flat boxes for this week's Fun Fold Friday. So the papers are brand new. These are brand new in the mini catalogues. So they are called just get the name right, the Peaceful Place Designer Series paper. And this is from the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper. There's a lot of P's and peacefuls this time. So Peaceful Place and Peaceful Prints. This paper is free of charge when you spend £45 or more. So just make sure if you do pop an order in, you get, and that's between August and September. Until the end of September, you can pick this paper free of charge with a £45 spend. Okay, so if you like this papers and you like some of the stamp sets, you can then do this as well. So there's lots. Have a look at some of our previous videos if you want to see what other papers you can get in this pack. But there we have it, a bigger chocolate and a single chocolate. No glue apart from the designer series paper. Job's done. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I will be bringing you some more Fun Fold boxes very, very soon as well, as we're coming up to Christmas and nice table favours, I think, or for anything really, just perfect. Who likes making boxes? Thank you very much, and I will see you again on our lives, or same time, same place next week for another Fun Fold Friday. Thank you everyone for watching. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Bye.